And now, Andrew's Doers, Andrew Knows Everything, proudly presents for the 3,400 episode special, Thirtifourella. It is based on the story of Cinderella with a bit of a twist. Let's tell you the story, shall we? Once upon a time, in a faraway land named Thirtifourella, there was a young girl named Thirtifourella. Thirtifourella had 10 ugly, mean, wicked stepsisters named Tasha, Hilda, Isabella, Ramona, Tanya, Yadina, Fiona, Ophelia, Ursula, and Ruby. All 10 of them made fun of Thirtifourella and made her do all the chores. 34, wench! Sweep the floors, wash the dishes, do it all! Said Tasha and Ruby all together. One day, the king of Thirtifourell's messenger arrives and says, "Hear ye, hear ye! The king of Thirtifourell, his royal majesty, is going to throw a ball, and whoever has the most beautiful gown and crown shall marry his son, Prince Thirtifourell." Can I come? Asked Thirtifourella, but she's not welcome. Her ugly, mean, wicked stepsisters are. "He's going to marry me," said Tasha, the oldest sister. But her younger sisters disagree. They tear Thirtifourella's dress. Later, Thirtifourella is so sad, distraught, and upset about not going to the ball and marrying Prince Thirtifourell. Suddenly, her fairy godmother arrives and comforts Thirtifourella. There now, my dear Thirtifourella," she said. "I'll fix everything for you. Nobody wants you." She then waves her magic wand. Because of that, Thirtifourella's chores are all done. But her fairy godmother is not done yet. She said, "Thirtifourella, go fetch me a pumpkin and some mice." Luckily, Thirtifourella has 34 pumpkins and some 68 mice. Thirtifourella's fairy godmother waves her magic wand again to turn the 34 pumpkins into a handsome coach, the 68 mice into horses, and fixes Thirtifourella's now torn dress and makes it bigger and better. Thirtifourella said, "I've never seen such a quadrillion-tastic gown! And get a load of my glass slippers! Fairy godmother, how can I ever thank you enough?" And climbed into the coach. Thirtifourella's fairy godmother said, "Well, you can't. But have fun, Thirtifourella, my dear, but I would warn you, return home before midnight, or the spell will be broken, and everything will change back to the way it was before," and gave her a clock to tell her what time it is. And so, Thirtifourella accepted the warning. Meanwhile, at the ball, the king of Thirtifourell says, "Good evening, everybody." Prince Thirtifourell was already who to marry. "Isn't that right, son?" To which Prince Thirtifourell says, "Yes, father." Suddenly, Thirtifourella arrives at the ball just in time. "He's walking towards me," said Tasha, Hilda, Isabella, Ramona, Tanya, Yadina, Fiona, Ophelia, Ursula, Ruby all together. But Prince Thirtifourell is not walking towards any of them. He's walking towards Thirtifourella. Prince Thirtifourell then says, "May I have the dance?" In which Thirtifourella responds, "I would be delighted." And so, Thirtifourella and Prince Thirtifourell dance happily together. But later, Thirtifourella checks her clock and it's almost midnight! So she scurried out of the ball. And she was running so fast that she lost both of her glass slippers. Prince Thirtifourell was really worried that he might never see Thirtifourella again. The king of Thirtifourell comforts him by saying, There now, son. I think we'll be able to find my dear daughter-in-law, Thirtifourella. And so, the king at Quadrotrigentellingan and Prince Quadrotrigentelling began their journey all around the neighborhood to find Thirtifourella and brought the 2 glass slippers she lost with them. By the time they arrived, Prince Quadrotrigentelling knocks on the door of the house where Thirtifourella and her 10 ugly, mean, wicked stepsisters lived. But instead of Thirtifourella, they find Tasha to Ramona. Prince Quadrotrigentelling then says, "Ladies, my father, the king of Quadrotrigentellingham and I have a favor to ask. Can anyone try on these glass slippers? Tasha is first, but her feet are too big. Hilda is next, but her feet are too small." "Nonsense! They fit!" she said. The rest did the same, but none of the feet are the right size either. Suddenly, the king of Quadrotrigentellingham and Prince Quadrotrigentelling notice Thirtifourella's singing, "Your Majesty," and Prince Quadrotrigentelling. "Is that you guys?" she hollered excitedly. "My dear daughter-in-law, we found you! Will you marry Prince Quadrotrigentellingham?" To which Thirtifourella overjoys, "Yes!" And the glass slippers fit. And then Thirtifourella, the king of Quadrotrigentellingham and Prince Quadrotrigentelling lived happily ever after. The end. I hope you enjoyed this story for the 3,400 episode special. And I bet you're going to love some sequels. And, I bet you're going to also love 35Arella for the 3,500 special. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and introduce everything. Buy our merchandise at introduceeverything.com. Take care. Bye.